Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of a series on Massive Chalice. This is a game that just came out on June 1st this year. Pretty excited about it. I didn't hear about it when it first came out. I just saw it on Steam sale a few days ago, picked it up after I had seen kind of the details of the game. I really like real-time strategy type games, and this is kind of like a mashup between kind of like a Final Fantasy Tactics type game and I don't know, like a little bit of a 4X in a way too. I haven't gotten too far into it. I've only played the tutorial. So I'm pretty excited about this from what I've seen. It seems pretty awesome. With that said, we're going to go ahead and dive right into it. Here's my continue game. We're going to start new. I'm kind of tempted to do hard mode, though I don't know if that would be a good idea, being that it's my first playthrough. I always do play hard mode on kind of plot-based action games, but strategy games, kind of hard to start that high. We'll go with normal. You have the option, a lot of this game is based on developing bloodlines with your characters, so if you've played like medieval Total War II, and you have kind of the families that pass on their traits and things like that, that's kind of one of the core ideas behind this game, from what I can tell. So this is thematic serious or non-thematic silly, or a combination of the two. I guess it's mainly just names and the flags that your heroes have. So I would probably normally do the thematic one, but since I kind of want to show what the game has to offer in all regards, we'll go ahead and do both. Check that out. Balance start, we'll just leave that as normal, and I think we'll keep the tutorial off. That's fine. Iron mode, I'll probably, if I do a second series of this, I'll probably do like a hard mode, iron mode type game. See how that will go, but here we go, let's do it. Oh yeah, forgot about this part. So we gotta pick our 5 heroes. This is really neat. And I'm not gonna go through all of these, because there is a tremendous amount of options. For example, here's the letter J. You have all these flags. There are 3 pages for J. Some of them, like S, has 23 pages. It does say that these are all cosmetic, so they're not like a huge impact on your game, but it's kind of neat. I think it's a really interesting thing to add in there. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna pick some random letters, and then I'm gonna pick the very first flag that kind of draws my attention. So we're gonna start with S. Nothing there. There's gotta be something. Dead tree, kind of like that one. Actually, let's go with this one right here. Seeger. So you got a founding male, Austin, founding female, Erica. Confirm. Boom. There's one. Let's try T. Don't see much yet. Come on. Something's got to jump out and grab me. I can feel it. Let's go with this guy right here. Hold on. Tiong. Edwin and Voa. They have their own mottos. Kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones, where they all have their own sayings for each house. All right, let's go with O. I like this one. O-Dub. O-Dub. We're just gonna call it O-Dub because I don't know how to say the rest. There's Rayal and Candace. Bam. Number 3. We need a couple more. Let's go with W. Definitely the Kraken-looking thing. King's Crag, Seamus, and Deirdre. Winner, chicken dinner. E. Oh, there's only 5 pages. I was gonna say, let's go from the back somewhere. Let's go with this guy right here. That looks kind of scary looking. Erickson, Stainless Fortress, Lars, and Petronella. Whoa. Winner. Okay, there it is. Story time, guys.
It's taking too long.
Patience.
Patience? I don't see what patience has to do with this. It should have happened by now.
Life keeps to its own timetable, not ours.
Oh, doesn't stop us from trying. Good morning.
Your ruler has risen. Rejoice, and let bellow the horns of birth. Immortal protector of the nation, progeny of the great bloodlines, master of strategies, eternal conductor, and forger of matrimony.
We're here to advise you on how to handle ruling and commanding. Every time.
The horns of battle!
Fine, we'll have to do this later. The Cadence is attacking. Heroes, jump in! The ruler will be with you shortly!
And off they go.
We'll explain later. We just need you to take command, because our citizens, understandably, find it hard to trust a giant talking chalice.
We are not just a giant talking chalice.
But the nation will listen to you, because you're of their blood.
Forged from the bloodlines of the great houses.
Oh, and one last thing. Unfortunately, the bloodline ritual that was used to create you also bound you to us. So you can never leave the throne.
But do not despair. You can still command your heroes. Look inward, and you will find that your mind can follow them anywhere.
Hero messed up the landing there. Not a good sign.
Quiet.
Oh, sorry about that. My mouse was over to the right to get it out of the way of the footage there. So they have some interesting things on the map here. You see these little red burst bushes, as they're called. If you hit these with anything, they will explode and do damage to the enemies or your own characters that are around them. So it kind of gives you a little strategic element. I'm really interested to see what kind of things they put on the battlefield to make it more interesting. Things like that. I don't know. You didn't really see that in the old kind of RTS games of the past, like Final Fantasy Tactics, the Tactics Ogre. There weren't a lot of things to interact with on the battlefield, and I feel like in modern gaming, since we're seeing some of these games kind of come back, I'm really hoping to see a lot of new stuff added. So we got our 5 characters. I think that we only have 5 in each game. You kind of got a similar, kind of a feeling like XCOM here, where you have your gold movement that takes 1 action point, and then your white movement here, that's 2 action points. Each character can only make 2 movements, so you can move up into here and then shoot your weapon or attack. But if you move into the white, you cannot, unless you have a special ability that lets you do that. And there are a few classes. I want to say there's only 4, maybe even 3 classes. I'm not sure. We're going to go ahead and...
Found one of our alchemists. A brilliant mind in a delicate body.
Not worth much in a close quarters battle, but they make up for it with their nasty exploding flasks.
Just watch out for friendly fire.
The explosions are big, so aim well, or keep your heroes back. Trust us, you don't want to be on the receiving end of one of their concoctions.
Okay, so that's kind of the introduction to the alchemist, and apparently the Caberjack one didn't trigger yet, but these characters are pretty neat. They have these little flasks that they can throw, and it'll blow up an area around where it lands.
This is a Caberjack. They hit things with a caber. Sometimes they hit hard and put things down. Other times they...
There we are.
First catch of the day.
We can't tell you much about the Cadence because not much is known. It's old, first sighted centuries ago. It cares only for destroying our nation with its corruption.
That's where pawns like you see here come in. Think of them as attack dogs the Cadence creates to spread corruption in the world.
Okay, I think they're done talking. So, yeah, the Cadence, these are your enemies, and basically the storyline is that you have this little, kind of an island-looking nation, and the Cadence is closing in on all sides. So you're going to have to, you'll see after this battle that we have our own nation to develop and build, research, that sort of things.
The hunter. Attacking at close range is good, but attacking from afar, where one can think and plan, is better. How about that, eh?
One down, untold millions to go.
Seeds. Arguably the lowliest pawns are more nuisance than menace.
But if you're going to remember one thing, don't let those runts form a posse. Keep them apart.
Otherwise it'll be like when caberjacks get together at a tavern.
Except not the best night of your life.
I like the characters, their voices. It is a little comedic in nature, so that's not too
Could
bad.
have been worse. At least they belong to heroic bloodlines.
Oh yes, we forgot to mention, normal humans cannot survive even a single touch from the Cadence. But because the bloodlines of your heroes are attuned to us and have our power flowing through them, they have a fighting chance.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and show off a little ability here. Oh, no, I'm not. I don't have it yet. Archers do have an ability that lets them shoot twice if they hit the first shot, so it's kind of neat. You got various moves. Right now we're within range to do our normal attack. I haven't tested like this stealth move right now, but I do believe they can kind of go invisible as long as they're in terrain, which I would guess would be similar to this kind of stuff around the outside. And that'll let you scout ahead and see where enemies are. Otherwise, it seems like you just kind of run into them and they get first move, so. Missed. 75% chance. No dice. I don't know how far we'll go into this first episode. I'm thinking maybe a little into the strategic phase coming up, so. Couple enemies. Can see this guy quite a bit stronger, double the hit points. Actually, let's just go ahead and chuck one of these. I want to show this off. This is the flask. Ah, okay. I do have range, so I can get a corner piece right here, and I think that the 42% is the chance of it landing in the actual tile that you targeted. My guess for that is because in the last, when I was kind of playing through the tutorial the first time, I missed and hurt my own guy. Damn near killed him. There we go. 8 damage, so it did land where we wanted it to. Let's see. So, yeah, we do have a follow-up shot here. So this character is a higher level than the other, but we're still out of range. Maybe not. You can see over here above right next to the hit points, there's an arrow. That actually means you got a shot. Boom. Might have been smart to save that kill for someone else, because that character is level 2. And all the characters gain experience individually, so they don't share experience for beating levels or anything. Let's go ahead and shoot this bush if I can. There you go. That's what it does. Anyone in that area or in the immediate tiles around it would have taken damage. Get our caber jack up there. Ready to go melee mode on that guy. Really, really interested in this game. I would love to see this type of game come back. I loved Final Fantasy Tactics. It's still one of my favorite games to this day. I think it's one of the best plot lines of all time for all video game history. So I really would love to see these kind of games come back. It's something that's kind of died off ever since, I guess even PlayStation 2 didn't really have many of them. They started going towards handheld games by then. At least to my knowledge. I can't say I can speak with 100% certainty there. I like the graphics. I think they're well done. I'm not a big graphics person. If you've seen my channel, you would know that. It's just not important to me, but I do play a lot of low graphic kind of games. Now that Caberjack has a few kills already. I think 2. So we'll try to get a kill with somebody else. Spread the experience out. Except that Voa is almost level 3. You know what, so we're going to actually go for a kill with her. See if we can get another level. We did, okay. I did that for a very specific reason. We'll see that in the next section once we beat this level. Basically, you get to kind of assign leaders to various keeps and castles. This guy's a little beat up, so I'm going to leave him back. I don't know what happens yet when you die, so I kind of assume that your character's gone for good. But, ooh. Well, that's quite a few enemies.
Cadence cowards.
Let's
They'd
do this.
rather stay back and snipe at you than fight up close.
Beware.
Oh, okay. So we saw a miss there.
Some of their combat training. The mind is just as vulnerable as the body.
Alright, and I'm blocking my character over here. I should be able to move out here. So let's move Voa. Oh no, I used her already, dang it. Okay, I got no shots. Unless maybe right here? No dice. Dang. Alright, well. Hopefully that guy doesn't get killed out in front. That would be shameful. That would be embarrassing. Oh boy, I don't think he's gonna make it. Yeah. Oh, he made it. Nice. Okay, we gotta plan this out. I don't wanna lose anybody on the first level. Probably would be smart to save my alchemists for last, just because they have that area effect attack. Let's see. And obviously Boa is a really, really good shot. Okay, we're gonna look to put some damage down on this guy back here and finish him with our other archer. 14 damage. Let's get up close and personal. Nice. Attaboy. I like the alchemist. I think they seem really strong at this point. Let's see, knockback. I think that the melee guys can actually move here and still attack. Let's see. Yeah, only did 2 damage though, so the melee damage is very, very random. Let's see, we got 2 really weak characters out in front. And we got 2 alchemists left, so I think what I want to do is probably just throw a flask here and try to wipe them both out. And hopefully not kill our guy in the front line, because that would be bad too. Oh no, 1 hit point left. Can we get... We cannot get a melee attack in. Yeah, so that must be a Caberjack ability. Unless I'm reading this wrong. Let's try it. Nah, I'm just kidding. I was reading it wrong, my bad. That'll do it. So now we have massive victory.
We'll be hearing about this for a while.
Just don't get cocky. There's nothing an enemy loves more than some idiot charging into battle thinking they're invincible.
So says the near-suicidal Caberjack.
I'm not cocky, I'm confident.
Rail O-Dub did only get 1 kill and is still level 2. That's unfortunate. But anyway, you see that they get their kill experience, mission experience, kind of a bonus there. I'm assuming that's... I'm not really sure what the mission bonus is based on, because we got 2 characters that got less than the others, but pretty nice. Total kills, turns played, 7, time played. Everybody gets their experience. We're going to go ahead and go on. I think we can squeeze a little bit more in here. Oh, okay. Actually, okay, this is interesting. So when I played through the tutorial, the initial keep was here. But now we see it is actually over here. So every time you have a keep on one of these provinces, you get to assign leaders that will rule that keep. The other thing that's kind of interesting, I'm kind of looking at it right now, it seems like it's the same. You can see right here we got these bonuses on the provinces that are on the outside of the map. Kill experience bonus, training experience. Actually, they are different, so it must be randomized. So that will affect the buildings that you put into those provinces. The thing about that is that since the Cadence, which is the foggy-looking green crap on the outside of the map, is coming from the outside, so anything you build on the outermost provinces is in the most danger, essentially. So let's go ahead. We're going to take a look at the keep thing here, and then I'm going to call it an end to episode 1. And basically what we're doing here is assigning a leader to this keep. And these guys will influence how the keep and the province develops over time. The story is that there is 300 years before we can develop the power. It's described as an internal power within their bloodline. It takes 300 years to build this up, and that will destroy the Cadence. So we need to build our land strong to hold off the Cadence for 300 years. Is essentially how this works. So we got all these characters. You can see the ones that we already fought with. There's Voa Tiong, for example. And we're going to pick 2 characters to lead this keep. So we got, for example, let's go with Voa. She's got high fertility. She's 34, so I would assume being a little middle-aged might hurt her ability to produce offspring. For example, status prime age, she's got increased hit points and strength. As they age, they begin to lose hit points and strength and gain in intelligence, that sort of thing. I don't know the exact details yet. Got traits, heart disease, it's a reduced lifespan, so probably not a good pick for our leader. Bountiful, increased chance to have children. That would be nice. Too bad she's not like 25 or something. Bear strength, so she's got increased strength. So you can see that each character has their own unique traits and abilities and stats. Let's take a look at Seamus. He's dim-witted, probably not a great stat to have. Personality is strongly influenced by other heroes. Decreased HP. So this guy, not a great choice, I don't think. these characters will actually have offspring, and then those offspring will be trained, and they will become your new heroes. And then characters will die of old age or die in combat, so you have to continually develop your family bloodlines. It's a really cool idea. I like it a lot. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Rogue Legacy, except you didn't really develop anything in that game, with the exception of getting more gold for the next life. Let's take a look at Lisa here. Details. Child tendency daughters, increased chance of having girls, increased movement range, decreased XP gain. So, boy, I feel like my characters this time around are not as strong as my other game. Here's low fertility. Let's look at this one. High fertility. Pearl Tiong. So this is the same family as Voa. Details. Decreased sight range. Personality is not influenced by parents or other trainers. Increased chance to have children. She's only 20. She's got decreased intuition. So I think you got the idea with that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to call it an episode here. I'm going to go and I'm going to look through all of my characters. Pick the 2 that I want to lead the keep. And then we'll pick up episode 2 right there, where I'll show you the rulers of this province. So thanks for watching, guys. Leave me a comment below. If you haven't already, please consider the like button and subscribing. And I will see you in the next episode.